Staying on the labour-related matters now, employment is also top on the agenda at the National Union of Metal Workers National Bargaining Conference underway in Sandton. Delegates are exploring collective bargaining strategies to safeguard jobs during a time of sluggish economic growth. Business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo has the details.
Well, the South African economy added 12,000 jobs in the final quarter of 2024, and that's between September and December. However, Numsa is saying a lot more needs to be done to ensure that that job creation is sustainable and wages are protected. And I am joined by the General Secretary of the Union, that's Ivan Jim. Thank you so much for talking to us. We're on day 2 of the National Bargaining Conference, and one of the key things you said a little bit earlier on today is that the state of the economy is not so much that South Africa does not have the money to create industries, grow industries and those jobs, but how it's allocated.
I think as a country and as the labor movement in general in this front of manufacturing and industrialization, we have no shortage of ideas. We know what needs to be done, but as you would know that ideas become material force only when they are turned into business plan, into programs that are implementable. We have been bemoaning the fact that since yesterday, the fact that for the past 30 years, we have been basically stuck with a government that has been not helping us or enable the country to begin to break new ground in terms of driving manufacturing and industrialization. And we were also having taken stock. We were making a clarion call, for instance, to business, which also attended this bargaining conference, because we decided to position the bargaining conference not only to focus on workers' wages, benefits, it has been focused on driving manufacturing, industrialization, to deal with burning challenges that make businesses not to be economically viable.
And another complexity, before I let you go, for unions, I suppose, is the changing global landscape. A lot more friendshoring happening. Just looking forward in the medium term, changes in the collective bargaining strategies taken up by unions to ensure that we do meet those targets?
Well, there is absolutely no replacement for capacity building, training shop stewards to understand balance sheet of companies and what are the challenges that confront companies and productivity. We must be on top of that. We must be on top of engaging with restructuring that is continuously taking place, so that when it is time to look at productivity and quality competitive production that workers produce both for domestic market and export, we are in a position with confidence to know that if we advance the demand, employers indeed can be able to meet that particular demand. And you would have appreciated that we invited employers across sectors to come and talk. So in other words, we're not going to go and engage from an ill-informed, our demands cannot be thumbsuck. They will be scientifically informed by concrete condition that this bargaining ground is confronted with.
Well, thank you so much for those insights. Of course, that is Ivan Jim, who is the General Secretary of the National Union of Metal Workers South Africa. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ntokozo Khumalo in Sandton.